All right, everybody, Kelly here, and today I want to talk about something that it really goes in line with your how you market, how you gain appointments. But before I get into that, got to tell you a fun story. You know, for a long time, I call myself the real estate ninja, right? And you think of ninjas as indestructible machines, like they go in there and just get it done, right? Well, this ninja is not. I guess I'm gonna probably have to change it to the Kung Fu Panda. So last Sunday, I was showing some buyers a house and brand new construction. And this particular builder, the house set up a little higher than the street. And so they had this, yes, I'm going to tell you all about my accident. They had this brick paver driveway and then this sidewalk going down, brick paver. It was a temporary sidewalk leading to the actual driveway into the garage, which was the new construction sales office. And then all of this was probably 3 foot higher than the sidewalk for the neighborhood. And it was at an incline. And so my buyers and I pulled up. I got out first. They were behind me. And as I got onto the temporary brick paver um, uh, sidewalk, if you will, there was some debris, some pebbles, and some real big chunks of mulch. And the ninja stepped on it. And when I did, I kind of twisted my foot. Didn't hurt my foot, thank God. But I fell down the embankment. And along the way, I lacerated my hand. This thing is totally shredded. And as I came to an end on the actual sidewalk below the concrete, I landed on my arm and I broke it in three spaces. Here it is right here, guys. Ooh. And it was the most unusual experience I ever had, right? And I realized that, and I'm going to tie this into today's video because this will give you some real clear insight on how you react to your clients. My clients were absolutely distraught. They saw blood everywhere. My arms broken, but they were troopers. Long story short, ended up getting to an emergency room later on. Got it in a splint. Got this all taken care of, and they texted me the next day and really let me know how much they appreciated me and the value that I'd given them up to that point, and that they were going to hold off looking for another week until I feel better. And it really blessed me. And I realized that how we approach our clients and the value that we bring will determine a successful outcome for you as a realtor. Let me give you one more quick story, and this will be the actual reason for today's video, and that's bringing value to your client. So I have another client. I have his house under contract, and we're out looking for his next home. And as we were driving through a neighborhood, he happened to see a house with a sign that said for sale, and it had the seller's phone number. So it's kind of a pseudo FISBO, but it's not marked as a FISBO. The guy's house was previously listed and it expired, and so he's trying to sell it now on his own. And so my seller slash buyer now took down the information. When we got home, he sent it to me. And so I reached out to this homeowner in a neighborhood of a home that we looked at that was listed for sale. Great story there for FISBOs. I would have never shown that home based on my search parameters. I probably would have just continued showing my buyer homes that were listed for sale. So that's why FISBOs get so less of traffic. And you can use that in your story when you're talking to them. Most buyers are working with agents, and most agents won't show a FISBO, right? So whole other story. So I call the guy up and he answers the phone, and I have his name because it was on his tax records. And I said, "Hello, is this John?" "Yes, it is." "John, this is Kelly with eXp Realty." He's like, "You know what?" He said, "I have had over," now get this, guys. Today is Thursday. This was Wednesday. He said, "Since last weekend, I've had over 200 realtors call me." And he says, I'm upset." And I said, "John, I totally get it. Can I just say this? I'm not calling because I want to list your home. I'm actually calling because my buyer and I were in your neighborhood, and I was showing them a home that was listed, and we happened to drive by your home and saw your sign. Are you still trying to sell your home?" "Oh, yeah." And so we talked about it. I actually scheduled a showing today with my seller slash buyer, and we're going to go see it. But his initial reaction when I called, because he and I had nothing of value, he thought I was a typical salesperson. When you cold call these expires, and I'm not saying don't do it, please understand you now are acting in the role of salesman. You're not an advisor, you're not acting in the capacity of offering help. You're there to get a listing appointment, right? And so the only one bringing value to that is the actual homeowner. And that's why if you've done a lot of cold calling, you get the reactions you get from these homeowners. So one of the things I said to John before we hung up is, I said, John, I said, I'm sorry that you're getting all these phone calls. Real estate agents are doing their job. They're trying to get listings. And unfortunately, when your house uh, is not sold by the last realtor and it goes off market, you are, for all practical purposes, you are a lead for these agents, and they're just trying to see if there's any connection for you wanting to put your home on the market. And I said, you understand that, right? Oh yeah, I do, but it's frustrating because I don't want them calling me. I said, I totally get it. I said, John, I'm going to come show your house tomorrow. I'm not going to talk to you about listing your home, but can I share with you my approach? And I would love your honest opinion. He said, sure. And so I shared with him how I do mostly direct mail and letters and emails. And by the way, with my systems, I get every day fresh expireds, phone numbers, the whole 9 yards, right? So what I did is I shared with him how I send postcards, direct mail, and I'll do a couple emails in the first couple weeks. And I said, John, my overall concern for an expired, and guys, I want you to hear this. When I do reach out to an expired, my message is, Mr. Expired, my name is, I'm with, I know you're getting a lot of realtors calling you right now to try to get you to see if you will relist your home since your last agent failed to sell it. And I would like to just highly recommend, as a local marketing expert, that you do not put your home back on the market. And so I could just tell when I told him that, he was like, and I said, John, did that shock you? And he said, well, yeah. He said, everybody's calling me, asking me to put the home on the market. I said, exactly. I actually don't want you to. Here's why. I would rather you allow me to do a deep dive. Give me 2 days to do a deep dive into your home. I'm going to compare it with other homes near you that actually sold, how long it took for them to sell, what their list price was versus close price. Then I'm going to look at homes that are actively for sale near you that are very similar, how long they've been on market, why they haven't sold. And then I'm going to look at homes that were listed near you and, like yours, did not sell and came off the market. And from that data, I'm going to be able to create an actual data set that will tell you exactly why your home didn't sell. And I said, John, if you were to have gotten that message, would you have been more receptive? And he said, yes. Whether he would have read my postcard or not, he did tell me that, and this is from somebody whose home just expired. He said that actually would make more sense to me. And I said, well, John, that's what I do when I talk to an expired, somebody that's home was listed for selling and it didn't. And he said, yeah, that would actually work out better for me. And I said, John, I wouldn't call you. I would just send you my information until you actually took the time to see it. And then we can set up a time to get together. But anyway, I thanked him for the opportunity to share with him that information. And I thanked him for the feedback and also for allowing us to come see his home today. So why am I telling you guys this? You need to start thinking about value-added marketing. When we approach a brand new FSBO, we're not cold calling to get a listing appointment. The same tired, worn out scripts. My name is, I'm working with buyers. I would love to come preview your home to see if your home would be a match to my buyers. These FSBOs are getting that 10 times a day. The overall thought for the FSBO is, well, just send your buyer here, right? But it's all a tactic to get the appointment without value. The only value there is a fake buyer. And trust me, they know it. Other scripts would be, hey, when are you open to talking with a real estate agent, an aggressive agent? Our company did X amount of deals last month or last year, whatever, and we're very good at what we do. We'd love to share you a marketing plan that will actually get your home sold off. That's the stuff they're getting. There's no value there. That's just a sales pitch. It's kind of like when you guys go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you're just kind of tire kicking for a brand new washer and dryer or fridge. And then one of the, Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, that salespeople come up to you and you're like, you don't want to talk to them. And they start talking to you about the refrigerator or the washer and dryer. And, are you guys looking to buy? And you just want to look, right? And if you have a question, you'll come find them. You guys do it. You do. The psychology's there. So when you cold call, don't expect a different result. Hey, where have you been, Mr. Real Estate Agent? I mean, I have gotten 150 calls today, but we were waiting on you. It's not going to work out like that. So I want you to start thinking about value added relationship building. And the other thing, we do a lot of QR codes on our marketing pieces. And if we send a video, I'm sorry, an email, we'll put a video on there with our offer, with our value. So for a FISBO, when we reach out to a new FISBO, it's not, hey, I want to come list your home. It's, hey, keep trying to sell on your own. Resist the urge. These realtors are trying to get you to list. Just keep trying to do it. What we would like to do as a local real estate expert and a marketer is to give you an actual one up against other homes listed by agents near you. We want to give you access to all of our tools for free, and we'll never ask you to list your home with me, Mr. Fisbo. These tools are designed to help you get more showings and to compete with real estate listing agents. And it would be my pleasure to give them to you, right? That's the opening salvo. Mr. Expired, my name is, I'm with, I know you're getting a lot of calls from realtors, and I'm sorry about that. I'd like to offer you something I think would be of immense value. First thing I want to say, Mr. Expired, is if you're thinking of putting your home back on the market, don't do it, right? And when they give you pushback or they hesitate, or if they call you from your message, well, why are you blah, 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 right? Well, Mr. Expired, the last time I checked in the encyclopedia, the definition of insanity was to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. That's a killer line. And then segue into the fact that you want to do this deep dive, this empirical data, if you will, dive into their home and offer them that value. And the overall statement would be, I am not ever going to ask you to list your home with me. I'm going to give you the data. If you decide to list with an agent and you like me and you like what I have to say, then give me the opportunity when you're ready to share with you what makes me different. Is that fair, Mr. Expired? Sure, great. Set the appointment. Go in there. It's going to be price, location, and condition. And I'll give you this one caveat, which I didn't mean to do on this video. When and if you get an appointment using that strategy, the very first thing that you're going to say before you do anything, you're going to say, Mr. Expired, let's call him Jim, Jim and Joan, I'm going to give you my empirical data. This data is backed up by extreme research as to why. And I think I know exactly why your home didn't sell. Now, because I'm not going to ask you to list with me and I'm not going to pressure you, I'm not anticipating that. I'm going to give you the real data. I'm going to give you the truth. A lot of agents will come in here and tell you what you want to hear because they want to list your home at whatever price, at whatever condition. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you exactly why it didn't sell. And I will say this, some of what I share with you, you might not like. So with that disclaimer, can I go ahead and progress? Oh yeah, sure. See, I've already partially to 75% eliminated the fact that they were overpriced. And we all know it's price, condition, and location. So if they have a really bad location and their conditions like meh and their price is overpriced, they're not selling their home. So how do you deal with that? It's price, right? But you have to be able to make the soft landing without having to apologize for what your data suggests. And you know what? They might not like it, but at least you did the right thing and told the truth. And you know what? That counts. That's value added marketing. So guys, I wanted to share that with you today because a lot of what we teach and train on this channel, a lot of what you see, you see all these different shiny object syndromes. Nothing will work in its full effectiveness if you don't have a good offer backed by value. Like why would they want to work with you when there's 150 other agents in your city, right? What value do you bring them? Figure out what your offer is. Make it work for both of you guys. That's equitable for them and you're going to make money. And then stack that offer, stack with multiple things that you can do that just sets you apart. And it's not about listing their home and doing open houses and communicating with them. Zillow does that for free, right? So for you guys, just understand the value you bring to your client, that will win the day on the field of battle over 99% of the agents you're competing with. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope that made sense. Drop me some comments below and tell me what your value statements are. Let's share this as a collective group. What are you doing different than other agents in your town that set you apart? Drop the comments below. All right, guys, that is it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you, hopefully, without this on the next video.